Deborah's next guest has over 60 motion pictures and thousands of commercials to her credit, so stay tuned as Deborah welcomes award-winning casting director Nancy Mosser. And we're back on the Deborah Show with my fabulous guest, Nancy Mosser. Now, we're talking about the role of a casting director, and there's a few things that I found really interesting when I was researching and found you. And that was, one was, oddly enough to me, that industry is dominated by women. Most of your casting directors are women. What's that about? How did that happen?
I'm not sure why that is. For years, every film crew were men. If you look at the old movies and you see the credits are all men. So I think it's just a way that women could break in. A lot of women are involved in theater, which I was growing up, and most casting directors have been involved in their lifetime. Also, women are really good with logistics, and it takes a lot of logistics to get things done. So I think that's how they've broken in. But women still have a lot of ways to go as far as becoming directors, producers, and things like that. So we're still working at that.
And you mentioned something about all the details that go into casting characters. And I read, again, on my quest for you, I read an interesting article that just really kind of opened up a whole new vista of looking at what you do. The article was about a casting agent who had publicized for a film that they were looking for actors. And the way in which they publicized it caused the casting director to basically get tanked. She got fired. Right. And what I didn't know was that you ended up getting hired to pick up where she left off. Yeah. But you want to talk about that, because I guess what I want to get to is people would have no clue of just how sensitive you often have to be in what you do.
Right. That person had not done extras casting before, and luckily I've done it enough times to know what you should do and what you should say. I think you just have to be really sensitive to people when you're doing this and be honest with people.
So you want to share with the audience what actually happened?
Well, it was a film that was supposed to be set in West Virginia, and this woman put out a casting call for people that looked like they were inbred. And normal-looking children need not apply, and things like that. It was unbelievable. But usually you get your press release approved by the producer, so that if she had done that, it never would have happened. It went out.
This went out into all the newspapers?
All over the world. All over the world, with the internet now. The governor of West Virginia almost shut down the production. It was really horrible, and it just didn't have to happen.